The Piranha Incident vision. Wednesday's very first vision strikes at her old school, long before Nevermore. She hears her brother's voice echoing from the locker room. When she pushes the door open, she finds him tied up with ropes, an apple shoved in his mouth to silence him. As she begins untying him, the vision crashes over her. She sees exactly how it happened. The boys who bullied him, the cruel laughter as they bound him. That's when Wednesday decides to act. With cold precision, she unleashes piranhas into the school's pool, targeting the bullies during swim practice. It's shocking, merciless, and the act that gets her expelled. But more importantly, it reveals the nature of her visions. Sudden, uninvited, and impossible to ignore. Rowan's death vision. Not long after seeing Rowan's attack prophecy, Wednesday experiences another chilling vision, this time of Rowan's actual death. In it, she sees him being savagely mauled by a creature in the woods. The attack is sudden, violent, and far beyond anything a human could inflict. At first, she doesn't understand what she's seeing. The monster is a blur of claws and rage, and Rowan's helplessness is absolute. What makes this vision so unsettling is that it plays out almost immediately afterward in reality. When Rowan lures Wednesday into the forest to fulfill his prophecy, she remembers the vision and realizes too late that the real threat isn't Rowan at all. It's the monster stalking them both. In that moment, the vision becomes a grim preview of Rowan's fate. The creature reveals itself as the Hide, and the vision proves devastatingly accurate. This particular moment changes everything. It's no longer about a classmate out to kill her. There's a true monster at work, one capable of tearing students apart without hesitation. Rowan's death vision doesn't just warn her, it announces the Hide as the central mystery of the season. Joseph Crackstone's vision, one of Wednesday's most disturbing visions, comes when she uncovers the legacy of Joseph Crackstone. Through contact with an ancient relic, she's thrust into the past and forced to relive the persecution of outcasts. She sees Crackstone as he really was, a fanatic who despised anyone different and led a campaign of violence against them. But the vision isn't just a history lesson. It connects Wednesday directly to her ancestor, Goody Adams, who fought against Crackstone centuries earlier. In this vision, Goody becomes more than just a figure from the past. She becomes a guide, almost a haunting presence, who starts steering Wednesday toward her destiny. The vision reveals two important truths at once: the historical hatred that shaped Jericho and the personal role Wednesday is meant to play in stopping it from happening again. Crackstone isn't just a relic of the past. His influence, his ideology, and eventually his literal resurrection remain central threats in the present. This vision is essential because it shows Wednesday the stakes aren't confined to school drama or isolated murders. They're part of a centuries-old war, and whether she likes it or not, she's on the front line. Goody Adams' guidance. As Wednesday digs deeper into the mystery, her visions shift from chaotic flashes to direct communication with her ancestor, Goody Adams. These aren't random glimpses. They feel more like meetings across time. Through physical contact with certain objects, or in moments of crisis, Wednesday finds herself face to face with Goody, who lived during the era of Joseph Crackstone. Goody doesn't speak in riddles. She warns Wednesday about Crackstone's enduring threat and makes it clear that the battle against him isn't over. What's remarkable is how personal these visions feel. Goody doesn't just deliver cryptic clues. She passes down strength, showing Wednesday that her own darkness is part of a legacy of survival. One vision in particular stands out. When Wednesday is injured and near death, Goody appears to guide her back, giving her the will and knowledge to continue. These visions blur the line between memory and supernatural connection, suggesting that Wednesday's powers aren't only about seeing, but about carrying her bloodline's unfinished fight. Goody's presence transforms Wednesday's visions from a chaotic curse into a weapon. Instead of haunting her, they begin to empower her, making her a link in a chain of Adam's women fighting against hatred and destruction. Garrett Gates' death. Another vision that pushes the mystery forward is when Wednesday uncovers the truth about Garrett Gates. Triggered during her investigation, the vision transports her back to the night of his death decades earlier, revealing what really happened between the Gates family and the Adamses. She sees Garrett storming into Nevermore with a vial of poison, intent on killing every student inside. The vision doesn't just confirm the story told by her parents, it corrects it. Instead of Gomez being guilty of murder, the truth is that Garrett had already been poisoned by his own father to force him into carrying out the attack. His rampage was doomed before it even began. This vision is crucial because it clears Gomez's name and reframes the Gates family not as victims of the Adamses, but as aggressors consumed by hate. It also deepens Wednesday's understanding of how far back the conflict between normies and outcasts runs. Through this vision, Wednesday realizes that the murders happening in her present aren't isolated events. They're the continuation of an old war. The Gates family's obsession with wiping out Nevermore has roots in Garrett's death, and the vision ties it all together. Tyler revealed as the Hyde. Perhaps the most shocking vision comes when Wednesday finally sees the Hyde unmasked. For most of the season, the creature's identity is hidden, and suspicion shifts constantly between characters. But during a critical moment of contact, a vision hits her like a jolt, and the truth is revealed. The Hyde is Tyler, the seemingly harmless barista who's been circling her throughout the story. The vision shows Tyler in his monstrous form, leaving no room for doubt. It's not hearsay or guesswork, it's the brutal clarity her powers provide. The betrayal is personal. Tyler isn't just a background character, he's someone who gained her trust, even shared a kiss with her. To have him exposed as the Hyde turns the investigation from abstract detective work into an intimate wound. This vision changes the entire trajectory of the story. It proves that the monster is not an outsider lurking in the woods, but someone hiding in plain sight. More importantly, it shows Wednesday that her powers can cut through lies even when emotions cloud her judgment. Tyler's unmasking is the turning point where the mystery finally snaps into focus. The final showdown. Wednesday's last visions come at the height of the climax, when Crackstone is resurrected and chaos descends on Nevermore. These visions are less about isolated revelations and more about guiding her through the endgame. They flash before her in moments of desperation, showing her pieces of what needs to be done to survive and to defeat the centuries-old evil standing before her. Goody Adams returns in these visions, once again reinforcing that Wednesday is not alone in this fight. The images are fragmented, but direct her toward the knowledge and strength she needs to finish the battle. Unlike earlier visions that left her confused or shaken, these feel purposeful, almost empowering. They carry the weight of everything she's learned and every death that has led to this confrontation. In the final moments, the visions don't just help her win, they complete her arc. What began as a curse that embarrassed and frustrated her becomes her greatest weapon. The Adams gift of sight allows her to stop Crackstone, break Laurel Gates' plan, and save Nevermore from destruction. The visions close the loop, turning her struggle into victory. For Wednesday, seeing the truth, no matter how painful, becomes the very thing that saves her world. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and comment your favorite vision. Thank you for watching.